Welcome to day 57 of me trying to get rid of my porn addiction in 120 days. Recently, I've been incorporating some new habits into my life. I started meditating for like a month straight for the first time in my life. Journaling, that has been a bit inconsistent, but for the most part, I've been more consistent. I've done it like 3 times a week. Still need to work on that though. But one thing that I'm starting today, that I'm really trying to get consistent at is stretching. Now, the reason why I want to get consistent with stretching is because stretching actually helps your mind and body. You see, I'm a very active guy. I like to be outside, I like to play sports, I'm in the gym, and stretching is just something that I know will ultimately help me in all those things. It'll help me get bigger lifts, it'll help me stretch more so I could, push past failure. And in sports, obviously, it can move better, which will just help me overall as a player. So, in terms of NoFap, because I know that's what this video is about, it's mainly about my challenge on NoFap, my 120-day challenge. The reason why I'm explaining this is because I had this thought when I was bored. You see, when I was addicted to porn constantly, what I would automatically do is I would go to watching porn. If I came back from, let's say, soccer, instantly I'd just be watching porn. If I came back home and I was just had nothing to do, porn. But today I was just thinking, and instantly my mind went to, let's try something new, and I just decided to start stretching. And honestly, I see that as improvement because I was more conscious. Instead of me just defaulting to porn like what I would have done 2 months ago, 3 months ago, now I'm thinking of ways how to use my time better to actually improve my life. And that's what this is about. NoFap is improvement, self-improvement. And you need to realize that. Don't just be going into NoFap saying that I'm just gonna stop touching my dick. I'm just never gonna fap again, because that's what many people have done. That's what I've done. And every single time it's gotten me back to fapping. It's because this addiction is because of you. It's because of who you are. It's because of your habits. You're probably addicted to porn because you're not a desirable person, a desirable man. You don't have anything that stands out about you. You probably don't have a good physique, which is okay. You don't have to have an amazing physique, but having good physique will help you, finally attract that girl, and you can finally start having sex. Having, let's say, a clear mind will help you focus so that you can improve in school. This addiction is the result of you being mediocre in some area of your life, or maybe even all areas of your life. If you're fat, you don't have good grades, girls don't like you, no one likes you, you probably will be more susceptible to watching porn. And listen, I'm not saying this to beat you up. I'm not saying this because I'm better than you. I'm saying this because I was in that same spot. I was in a position in my life where I fucking hated myself. No one respected me. Even my so-called friends that I had didn't respect me. So of course, the only area in my life when I was getting some kind of dopamine and satisfaction and actually living, pardon me again, was when I was watching porn. So as I said, start changing yourself. Look at yourself, journal for an hour, and really write down why you have this porn addiction. Because the more you start uncovering the layers, you'll start realizing that there's a specific reason. For me, it was because I had a terrible family home. I had, this is getting really personal, but just in a nutshell, I didn't have the most stable family growing up. And on top of that, I didn't have the best childhood. So I got into porn at a very early age. And it really took me so long to finally realize that the reason why I was going to porn was because it was my safe space. Whenever I'd get into an argument, let's say with my family member or even just anyone, I'd break up, I'd instantly just default to porn. I'd default to porn. It's because when you finally recognize these, it allows you to change. It allows you to change your habits, change who you are. And this isn't only for porn. This is also for weed, alcohol, maybe even just a sex addiction that guys have. I know there's so many guys out there who have sex addictions, who look for their love, the love that their parents didn't give them, in women who are just emotionally unavailable. And I'm telling you, these are all destructive. Start creating habits for yourself when, let's say, life gets at you, because life, no matter who the fuck you are, no matter if you're a celebrity, no matter if you are God, like if you think of yourself as God, you will go through shit. Everyone goes through shit. So it's up to you. Right now, I'm telling you, because if you're watching up to this point, you have something in you. You want to get rid of this addiction. So I'm telling you, it starts with you changing yourself. It starts with you looking internally. Why do I have this addiction? Is it because I just constantly get bored and this is the only thing that I have going on in my life? Or is it because it's some emotional trauma, some pain that I'm trying to cover up and I'm not really trying to address? Journal, really journal, and journal when you get these urges specifically. It could just be a bad habit. For a lot of guys, it's probably just a bad habit. But anyways, as I said, just do the deep work. And I'm telling you, just you doing that, you'll be ahead of 90% of people in this addiction. Yeah, I'm telling you, you'll be 90% there to getting rid of your addiction. The other 10% is just you being consistent, persistent, and you just holding on, telling yourself that I know that right now I really want to fulfill this urge, but I know that if I do that, it'll take me away from getting closer to being happy. Every day, every darn day, I'm just happy. You know, I feel a lot happier than when I was addicted to porn. You know, it's not really that inconsistent anymore. I feel great. You know, I'm building a great physique. I'm starting to become a lot better at, like, let's say, just being consistent and stuff and disciplined. And I remember when I used to watch these YouTubers and they used to say that discipline is what really creates you and is what's really going to be the catalyst for you to be successful. And honestly, it's true. It's true. When you are disciplined, it really gives you that hope. It really gives you that, like, satisfaction to say that, wow, I did this. I waited. I did the hard work. And that's why, if you've been watching up to this point, I believe that you will get rid of your porn addiction. You will. Because you watched someone who is giving you tips, telling you about their journey. If you can watch this long for someone else, I know that you can do it for yourself. So that being said, go out there, touch grass, try new things. For me, as I said, I'm getting into stretching. For you, it could be something else. But whatever it is, go out there and just do it. Peace.